Hey guys, and welcome to Riverhaven Collects. Today we are looking at another Space Marine. This guy is from the Dark Angels, another different chapter of Space Marine. So he is a Dark Angel Assault Integressor Sergeant. So you can see that he's all green. He's got the wings on the helmet, the wings on the chest as well, a book, and he's got plasma pistol and of course the chain sword. So he is slightly different to the last one we looked at, but relatively the same. And that is kind of how you expect a different chapter of the Space Marines. Relatively the same, different colors, different things about them, but relatively the same as they're all kind of in the same group. Anyway, I picked him up for about 40, I think. I'll put up whatever the price was up here so you guys can see. He was released in 2021, just like the Raven Guard as well as the Orc, so they're all released in the same time. It's only the Eliminator that was actually released a bit later. So without further ado, let's get him out of his box and check him out. Alright guys, we got his box here, so pretty standard. We don't even have like Dark Angel or something on the front, we've just got Warhammer 40,000. Got McFarlane toys at the top in the blue, and then we've got 12 plus. So this is apparently a 12 plus figure. I don't really see why you couldn't buy it for someone younger. Doesn't really have any small pieces, but maybe because of the theme, I guess. So let's jump to the side. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Love this artwork on the side, straight out of the Warhammer universe. It looks sick. We've got a picture of him on the back there. He looks really cool. So that's what he's going to look like out of the box. But no advertising for anyone else. On the last one we had 3 other figures, so there's no advertising for anyone else. That's a bit odd. I kind of like seeing the other ones that we can get as well. On the side we have a better close-up of what he's going to look like with a bit of artistic flair, so he's not quite going to look like that, but it's quite cool. And then the top, little window, nothing too much. The bottom, nothing really as usual. But anyway, let's get him out of his box. Alright, we got the back. I've said it before, I'll say it again quickly. Bit of a weird back design. I don't know what they were kind of thinking with this. I think that with the Dark Angel in there, does go actually quite well with his design, so yeah. Anyway, let's get him out of his things. Alright guys, let's check out his articulation here. So, head, pretty good. Neck, with that neck brace, not too bad. Pretty good. Obviously it doesn't look great if you have it up like that, but you know, it's really meant to be down, so quite good. Arms, really good. Like loose and tight, so they're not gonna, well, they may drop a bit I think, but yeah, they are pretty solid. Elbows, very good. Wrists, very tight, but you know, that's probably how you want them. I noticed this joint here isn't great. Unfortunately, it's like sticking out a lot. I think you can see that, hopefully, on the camera there. So it is sticking out a lot. I'm not sure what's happened there. You can kind of see that this one here is sticking out a lot further than this one. It looks a bit odd and I don't like it. I wish that shoulder was in more like that. But yeah, unfortunately it's not. So So anyway, this arm seems completely fine, just like the other one. Elbow, pretty stiff. Wrist, very tight again. Now we have the stomach articulation, so chest is good. The one on the waist, not great, doesn't want to move a lot, and that's because, like I said last time, this armor piece is up against that belt and it doesn't want to move. So we got his book here as well. That's not detachable, that's got to stay there, but have his legs, pretty good. This one's very loose. I'm a bit worried about that one, I think, but overall, solid figure. Pretty much got all the articulation I could ask from a model this hefty, this size. So yeah, I'm quite impressed with him. But anyway, let's get his gear on and see what he looks like with that. I'm together here, and it's a little bit unfortunate. So this wrist actually came off, and not in like it popped off way. It actually broke off from its joint just in there. So I got it back on, but I don't want to play with it too much. Also, this arm is dropping quite a bit. He's not going to be able to hold the pistol up, which is a bit of a shame. I kind of expected that, but yeah, a bit of a shame. The rest of him looks pretty good. His jetpack's in, his chainsword's not going anywhere, and yeah, this other arm is fine. Though compared to the Raven Guard, he doesn't want to stand up all that well. I've got him in this position. He's not going anywhere currently, but he didn't want to stand up all that well. Anyway, guys, let's jump over to the showcase and I'll be back with my final thoughts. Alright guys, that has been a look at the Dark Angels Assault Integressor Sergeant. So, I feel like I'm beating a bit of a dead horse here because I'm just essentially going to repeat what I said last time with the Raven Guard, which was, these are really cool. If I got these when I was a kid, would have absolutely loved it. I think this one is slightly worse than the Raven Guard, unfortunately. His arms and articulation aren't great. He doesn't like to stand up on his own, which is a shame. On top of that, this arm, this wrist, like, completely came off, or the arm hasn't come off, but it is very loose, and it's not very good at holding a pose. So, yeah, that is a downside. Again, we don't really have the popping colors that I would have liked, a bit more detail and stuff. Again, I know I'm saying it again, like I said last time, but if you haven't seen that review, then yeah, I suppose this is new to you. But yeah, I just wish there are a few more colors, a few more details that they could have hit and made a little bit better. Unfortunately, they're just not here. Everything seems relatively bland and not that great, unfortunately. However, I think that, you know, for the most part, he does his job well. He's a solid figure. And like I said, if I was a kid who got this, I would have really appreciated it. I would have really adored it. But getting it as a collector, an adult, and knowing what McFarlane toys can do, I think they can do a little bit better with these figures. Obviously, I really like the one from 2024, and I think that one is really good. Again, still missing those little details that I would like it to get done. Thinking about the Dark Angels as well, usually they're in robes, so I'll put them up on screen so you guys can get a better picture. Usually they have robes on, so, you know, if you had added robes to it, McFarlane Toys, I probably would have liked it a bit more. I'm always a sucker for like the cloth and the real chains and stuff, so probably would have won me over if we had the cloths and like a hood on him or something. But yeah, instead we kind of don't have that. So, I mean, overall, I think it's a solid figure. Reasonably happy with it. I just wish there was a little bit more care, a little more details and stuff, like I've already said before, with kind of most of the 40k line from McFarlane Toys. So anyway, guys, that's my thoughts. Let me know yours down in the comments below. Please leave me a like. Again, if you're new here, please subscribe. Trying to get to 1,000 by the end of this year. So I'd really appreciate it if you did hit that subscribe button. But anyway, I'll see you on the next one.